Hi everyone, welcome to your holiday alchemy scope. You are an embodied reflection of Source. You are thus infinitely empowered, abundant, and a co-creator with your context always. You are an alchemist. Divination works because the web of life is intelligently organized with coordinated and storied agency. Let's take a look at the stories playing out now. Hi everyone. So let's take a look at the macro cycle, the energy set, or the story that's imbuing the field for all of us at this time. The new moon in Sagittarius occurred on December 11th. And it occurred at 19 degrees Sagittarius. The Sabian symbol that is aligned with that degree point is, in an old-fashioned northern village, men cut the ice of a frozen pond for use during the summer. I love this symbol because for me what this is talking about is preparation. It's an optimistic view and a preparation for the future ahead, brighter days ahead. Now, if we move on to the Christmas full moon, I added that to this scope because I'm posting these late. It's a fascinating one. It's very appropriate for the astrological events that are aligned. A cat arguing with a mouse is going to be the Sabian symbol that is imbued at the full moon point of 3 degrees Cancer on Christmas Day. And interestingly, there is an opposition on Christmas Day between Mars in Libra, which is relationships, and Uranus in Aries, which is I, me, mine. So this is going to be an interesting dynamic between action of harmony in relationships and the sudden impetus for action of the self. And a lot of people are gathering with family over the course of this holiday season, and particularly on this day. So let's hold it all lightly and understand that there's a bigger cycle playing out, and there's a way to be responsible for our own thoughts and own actions as we navigate this dynamic, a cat arguing with a mouse Christmas Day. Virgo and Pisces. So you both received the same I Ching hexagram that came forward to reflect your particular microcycle, or the energy that's imbuing this period of time for you. You both received number 63 after completion. The two trigrams that make up this particular hexagram are water above, fire below. After completion of a project or great enterprise, there is still much left to do. Though completion does imply a period of restful pause, one that usually has been well earned, it is not an ending, but rather a harmonious flat spot in the constancy of change and movement. The image of after completion is that of a kettle of water boiling over a fire. When the forces are balanced, the water boils properly. But if the pot is too full and boils over, it puts out the fire. On the other hand, if the fire is too hot for too long, it can evaporate all the water. In maintaining the equilibrium that follows the completion of an arduous task, be mindful to ensure that a proper balance is maintained. After completion is the time for fine-tuning, for refinements and embellishments of what has already been accomplished. Whatever has been successful or already established is to be maintained now, without trying to expand it. Allow it to be. On the other hand, what has been left incomplete is best to be brought to fruition without delay. Allow a sense of satisfaction during this period after completion, and celebrate the accomplishments. Virgo, welcome to your holiday alchemy scope. So let's get started I have shuffled, and we'll go ahead and pull the synchronic spread. I'm using my Siri deck again this month. A note that, as I've explained on some of the other scopes, the angle is not ideal for you to view the cards, but I will lift them up so you can see them all. So all is well. I wanted this to be a more cozy, atmospheric session. Okay? So let's go ahead and pull and see what main situation, event, or circumstance is likely to come forward for at least the majority of awakening Virgo-centric people during this time frame. And a reminder that this is running from the Sagittarius new moon, December 11th, to the January 9th Capricorn new moon. Okay, Virgo, let's see what we have for you. I'm going to turn these over. These reversals are just informing additional pieces to the sector. They're not traditional reversals. Okay. So Virgo. Let's see what's going on. Let me look at it for a minute here. Virgo, there's something, so over the course of this holiday period, there's something with an exchange that's causing you some negativity. You're feeling negative about it. You're cautious about, you know, and it could be, I mean, the sex card did not come up here. However, it could be that for some of you out there, you're cautious about maybe the level at which a relationship has gotten to. So there was some exchange. It's dark now. I'm filming these at night, and so unfortunately it's a little hard to see, but that's trading exchange. And unfortunately the image is a little bit hard to see as well. But this is kind of the central message, but it could be that there's an intimacy, a level of intimacy that's developing, an exchange that's happening with a person. But at this time, during the course of this period, you're feeling some caution about it. You're a little bit hesitant about maybe how close it's gotten, or the level of, you know, the level of intimacy that it's come to. So you're feeling a little negative about it. Maybe some depression or some angst. I'm kind of getting angst, like you're feeling a little bit anxious maybe about it, feeling a little wary about it. There's something that emerges though. So again, this is a general reading, but this card says emergence. Again, it's a little hard to read there. But there is an event that emerges with an exchange that that will cause some caution, some wariness, and some angst. I'm getting that the darkness card here is angst. So you're not feeling quite so comfortable with this person. It has to do, though, this is the thing, Virgo. It looks like this is an opportunity that emerges for a project, okay? So there's some, let's say, creative project or some work project that comes up, that emerges, that is in fact an opportunity of some sort that's going to advance you in some way or another. So somebody has entered your realm over the course of this holiday period. And it is, in fact, some sort of an opportunity. But you're cautious about it. There's caution coming up. And we'll get more from the archetype cards. We'll pull that, and we're also going to pull the enchanted map card as well. I mean, in the spiritual sector, the project that you're working on is one that brings you great joy. I mean, this is a fun project, is what I would say. It's a joyful, fun project. And something that you're quite rooted in. You feel ease in it. Ease and grace. So it's a fun, happy, joyful, rooted, resonant project for you. But there's some exchange that occurs, maybe sexual. Like I said, that's kind of what I'm picking up here, even though that card didn't come up. Love didn't come up. None of that came up. But there could be some event that occurs that could, for some of you, be sexual, that just maybe crosses a boundary and it doesn't feel comfortable. Or that there's just a level of intimacy or a level of closeness that you're starting to feel cautious about. You're not feeling that it's going to be appropriate long term. Something like that. But I actually get that it's more like in the moment, like your intuition is very activated. So let's see what the other cards bring, because it will bring a little bit more information here. What I would say, Virgo, is for those of you that do have this come up, be in a space of really honoring your space, your joy, your project. I mean, if this is your project, you want to really honor that and not diminish yourself or give yourself up to something that doesn't feel right, that might actually jeopardize the opportunity or jeopardize the project in some way. Okay, so let's see what the other cards bring up. Okay. So, Virgo, what we're going to do is pull 3 Carolyn Miss archetype cards. And as we've done in the past, we'll have you intuit one of them. And that will be your main growth edge during the course of this cycle. And I am posting these scopes late, so the January scopes will come early. Okay. All right, so first card for Virgo. Okay. Second card for Virgo. I'm gonna, you know what? It's interesting. I'm getting a fun. I'm gonna do this again because I don't know. It feels weird. It doesn't feel right. Virgo. See what wants to come. Card 1 for Virgo. Okay. So Virgo, of course, start to tune in as these get laid out and see which one is calling you the most. Virgo. Third card. Interesting that. It was kind of a weird pull. I mean, I trust these 3 cards, but it was an odd pull, is what I would say. And sometimes that happens when they're kind of rough messages. So we'll see what they are. Okay. And again, there was the darkness card that came up in the spread. So it could be for some of you out there that this really is an uncomfortable situation that emerges. So, you know, we'll hold that lightly, but it's something to just be mindful of. This is, everyone, the beautiful Enchanted Map deck by Colette Baron Reed. Just fabulous. And she does work with reversals, so I'm going to do a different shuffle with this deck. But we'll see, what is it? Actually, this is coming. I don't need to do anything else with it. We'll see what wants to come for you. This is a combination of thematic for the month and also guidance. So let's see what wants to come for you. Virgo, what's coming? It is upright. Deep freeze. Interesting. Okay. So Virgo, let's go ahead and read this, and please go ahead and tune in to these cards, yeah, and see which one is resonating most for you. So deep freeze is number 26. This came in upright for you. I'm going to read here from Colette's book. Okay. All right. So Virgo, this is what it says. Everything has its season. Now is the time to put activity on hold while you rest. Upright. The cold winter beckons you to slow down and put a freeze on things that are not yet ready to bloom. Let me put this down. I need to turn the page. It's time for regeneration and hibernation. Forgo ambitious activity. A pregnant pause allows, quote unquote, allows ideas to gestate, projects to shift. Now again, the project card is coming up there. Projects to shift and change, and relationships to go through a dreamy state of being, not going anywhere and not needing to. That's interesting. This is also a time to put all your arguments on ice. Nothing beneficial will come of any of them. Self-care is the most important activity now. So reflect, read a good book, or get a massage. Rest and dream. This is about honoring yourself, going within, and putting things on hold. So, you know, Virgo, it could very well be that that project, the creative project with this person, where you're feeling some darkness and a lack of comfort, you're cautious about it because there's some negativity that you're feeling. It could be that that's just intuition about you needing space and time. Maybe it's not the right time for things. Maybe the discomfort for some of you isn't any kind of intimate connection that, you know, goes awry or doesn't feel right, but that the general comfort level is not there because it's not the time. So it could very well be that that's the case. So let's tune into your archetypes, Virgo. Take a look at these and let's go ahead and start pulling. So Virgo, if you chose the far left card, the quality set that is asking to be matured through you at this time is Child Divine. Virgo, this is about evolving out of an inability to defend oneself against negative forces and moving into a space of innocence, purity, and redemption. Suggests a special connection with the divine. So that is the first card. Wanting to be evolved if you selected this. Child Divine. If you selected the center card, Mystic comes up yet again. Mystic has made an appearance many times throughout 2015. And this is about evolving out of delusional rapport with the divine and moving into reveling in an intimate union with the divine. It's about authentic connection, deep connection with spirit. Beautiful. And Virgo, if you picked the far right card, Slave. Slave comes up as wanting to be evolved in you during this time. Interesting. So this is about moving out of giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices, and maturing it into surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. So it moves from a disempowered state to an empowered participatory state of trust, that you know that there is a bigger picture playing out, that there's a synchronic story that is activated in the web of intelligence. It's like the Hanged Man a little bit. It's like the will to surrender, the will to move into deep, deep trust, deep, unabiding trust. Beautiful. So, Virgo, let's go ahead and see what your Dakini is bringing forward for you now. Virgo, so we move now to the final component of your alchemy scope, where I pull up the Dakini Goddess using Penny Slinger's 64 Dakini Oracle. And the goddess is pulled to represent your embodiment that would be optimal for you during the course of this cycle in order to be in least effort and optimal flow. You received number 52, Copper Woman. In learning how to walk upon this earth, Copper Woman is in a place of water in the form of ice and snow. Fire is at the heart of her survival. So Virgo, I am going to read two components here, the transmission and the affirmation for Copper Woman. Your transmission is this: with my axe I cleave the way, cutting through all obscuration. With my broom I sweep all clean, clearing the mind for revelation. The affirmation, Virgo, is this: I am able to survive under any situation. I can rise to any occasion. I recognize and respect the spirit in all things. I know how to ask for and receive help from invisible sources. I am part of the circle of life. Beautiful. Virgo, I wish you a beautiful holiday season, and there will be more coming from me very soon. So until then, I'm sending love. Talk to you soon. Bye.